Clive Staples Lewis provides an interesting spin on the Christian view on how to live a flourishing life. Lewis' teachings gives us this idea that a truly happy and flourishing human life can only be obtained by giving complete and total control of your life to God. Humanity desires to give God the part of our lives that we don't like and think needs drastic improvement. But in God's eye, even the best part of us is nothing compared to what He could make us. According to Hickel's philosophy, flourishing is a state where people experience positive emotions, positive psychological functioning, and positive social functioning most of the time, living within an optimal range of human functioning. Human flourishing is an effort to achieve self-actualization and fulfillment within the context of a larger community of individuals, each with the right to pursue his or her own such efforts. Also involves the rational use of one's individual human potentialities, including talents, abilities, and virtues in the pursuit of his freely and rationally chosen values and goals.
Lewis believed that the propensity for using technology in a destructive manner was a result of universal pride and greed in humanity. These character traits resulted from the fall of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, building upon Christian theology as traced through Augustinianism and Anglicanism. Lewis' understanding of progress was bounded by a belief in a cataclysmic end to human history. He did not believe in the inevitability of progress, and he feared the abuse of technology and science by small groups of individuals as well as governments.
Five specific topics addressed by Lewis in relation to the use of technology are studied. These areas are medicine and bioethics, government, education, war, and space exploration. On each of these subjects, Lewis argued that technology could be used for the benefit or detriment of individuals and society, but he feared the latter. C.S. Lewis agrees that science is good, but we must know how to control it. Firstly, we need to know and understand the limits of science. We must know what we should and we should not do. Secondly, Lewis suggests that scientists may learn to rescue science from scienticism, creating a regenerate science that respects human rights and dignity, a science that is no longer be the magician's whim.
Jason Edward Hickel was born in the year 1982. He was an economic anthropologist whose research focused on global inequality and political ecology. He is known for his books, The Divide, A Brief Guide to Global Inequality and Its Solutions, and his other book, Less is More, How Degrowth Will Save the World. It is now often thought that extreme poverty is disappearing. That view has far-reaching political implications. If it can be said that the global system is not broke, then there is no need to fix it. In The Divide, Jason Hickel attacks our contemporary progress narrative, arguing that global poverty is both an urgent issue and a direct product of political order. In his book, Less is More, he introduces the concept of degrowth, a planned reduction of energy and resource use designed to bring the economy back into balance with the living world in a way that reduces inequality and improves human well-being. The anthropologist at London School of Economics challenges us to rethink and reflect on a different paradigm of de-development. According to Hickel, de-developing countries is about catching up with the rich countries in being able to become developed as a whole, since we cannot push the poorer countries to catch up. With this, we can actually achieve the living standards or development goals that we have been wishing for the past decades. This is why Jason says, forget de-developing poor countries, it's time to de-develop rich countries.
The hard truth is that this global crisis is due almost entirely to overconsumption in rich countries. Based on research, we're overshooting our planet's biocapacity by more than 50% each year. The consequences are all around us: climate change, deforestation, and rapid rates of extinction. Hickel has argued that absolute metrics are the appropriate measure for assessing inequality trends in the world economy. According to him, global poverty is ultimately an artifact of these structural imbalances. Focusing on aid distracts from the substantive reforms that would be necessary to address these problems. Thus, he stated that the focus on aid as a tool for international development depoliticizes poverty and misleads people into believing that rich countries are benevolent toward poorer countries. We need an economic model that promotes human flourishing in harmony with the planet on which we